What is your view of a stable family? My view of a stable family is a little bit different than probably a lot of people's. I've been gone or deployed for 3 years out of the last 10 years from my family. Hello, my name is Robert Keegan, and today I'll be talking to you about U.S. deployment rates, hardships faced with deployments, and the current state of deployments as we stand today. According to usmilitary.gov, over 955,000 people have deployed in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. I myself have deployed 7 times for a total of 3 years in support of this operation. 15% of these people have deployed more than once. And according to what your job specialty is, several people in the military, like myself, have deployed multiple times. Now, these deployments can range from 30 days to a year. It all depends on what you're operating or what you're supporting. Now, I know every time I come home there's different hardships that we face. And according to Military Times, over 2 million troop years have been spent in the deployed location. So I decided I'd crunch the numbers, and I came up that I have been deployed 26,000 hours of from my family that had to adjust to this different way of living. In Psychology Today, they say there's 3 different types of hardships with deploying personnel and their families. They are the one hardship faced is the returning soldier. The second person with a hardship would be the stateside spouse. And the third would be the children just adjusting back to having 2 parents. First, I will say first thing I'll talk about will be the returning soldiers, and that's myself. Now, while you're deployed, you have a lot of time. You basically live in a routine. You do the same things 7 days a week, and then you come home and you have to readjust, and it's a very difficult process. And on the flip side, my wife at home, or the stateside mom as they call it, raises 2 children, takes care of the house, and worries about bills, worries about everything, which is different than what I face as deployed. The only thing I worry about is my job and working out. It's a little easier for me. My wife is faced with paying the bills and the stress of 2 kids by herself, and just being able to get along without having the second half to cut the grass, to fix the windows and do the normal things that the husband would do. She has to do for herself, and this can be more difficult if you've just recently moved to a different location and you don't have that core network set up as I did here when I first moved. Now, the third one is the children. The children is the hardest to deal with. My son, it takes him about a month to warm up to me, and my youngest daughter, I completely missed the first year of her life. Was home for 5 months and then left again, so she's really only been with me for about 9 months, but yet she's 3 years old. And that's something that is very hard to deal with. Now, I am not the only one that's in these situations. As I said earlier, 955,000 people have deployed in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, and we've all felt these same stressors. Now, with the military today, they are currently cutting back all the branches with this force reduction, which means there's a greater burden on the people left serving. According to a speech presented by President Obama, by the end of 2014 there will be a drawback and half the troops will be taken out of Afghanistan. However, I would say 60% of the support of this mission is not in Afghanistan. It's in different surrounding countries and working out of different locations. So I'm not sure how big of a scale back that will be for other branches than the Army. Well, that's all I have to say, and thank you, and